There was this one guy. When I was working at McDonald's. He didn't sound that crazy, honestly, which is what makes it kind of freaky. He was like ordering food. We were talking, and he told me about how he used to work for the military. And he was like, "You want to know something crazy?" And I was like, well, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." He pointed at a car just parked right outside the building. He's like, "You see that car?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "There's technology that they have and they don't want you to know about that will make a car that close to you invisible. Like, they have camouflage technology that would blow your fucking mind."
Almost knocked over the back shell.
It's episode 105 of the Scheuneman Show. Woo! Kicking it off with the BBL Drizzy beat. Because, we've been talking about this beat for the past, what feels like a couple months, but it's really just been a few weeks.
Literally.
We could open this up a multitude of different ways, but I guess I'll just start by saying, how is this obvious? Is this like show up?
Actually, it's not. You don't really see it this close up.
He said you look fucked up, but I don't really peep
that
anything.
looks
It was
fucked
way
up, but-
it was way more obvious last night.
That looks pretty
You
fucked.
get punched in your shit?
It does look like that, doesn't it?
A little bit, yeah.
What'd you do? Walk into a door or something?
So as much as I want to give some exciting tale of fighting and killing and
You're gonna make my boner go away.
bloodshed, I want to keep Marquise's boner active for the whole entirety of the episode, but I just have to be honest with our loyal viewers and you guys and tell you that. So after we met Matt, after we had our little meeting,
Welcome back, Matt. Welcome back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Welcome
Full-time
back.
cast
It's
member
been
now.
a
Matt
long
Damon.
time.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
been a
yeah,
long
yeah.
time since you've been on the show, but we've really.
We got Matty Boy back
Was
on.
my shit even plugged in? I just put it in and it was like click. Like
What?
I don't know.
Don't say that.
You
I'm
did the
getting
mic
sound.
check. I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
new
you
to it.
heard yourself, so
Whatever.
I hope you didn't just unplug that shit.
No, I'm saying it felt like I was plugging it in. But
Oh shit.
speaking
XLRs.
of, geez, jizz in my throat. Speaking of getting plugged in,
Need to get the pump.
I went to work after our meeting, and then after work I went on over to my girl's crib.
Okay.
And she was asleep, and I was trying to mock the way that she was sleeping, because what she'll do is like, we'll lay down and be like, cuddling and shit, and then like she's got like a fan, and she bends her body, like her torso at like a 90-degree angle, like she goes from lying like this to like this, and so I was trying to like kind of mock that while waking her up, so I like bent my body to like mold up against hers, which sounds really creepy if you say it out loud. But so I was trying to be like, why do you lay like this? And as I said that, she wakes up and jerks her head up and fucking jacks me in my
you to
shit.
sleep.
And I start leaking blood. And I have a picture we can put in here. But I just start bleeding. And it was like one of those things where I was like, this is either going to swell up so bad or it's going to make me feel like I'm being dramatic, because it felt like I just got punched in my shit with somebody's skull.
You know that like Family Guy episode where Peter hurts himself like on his knee and he's like,
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's a classic. That's how I was. I was like, I got to go fix myself up.
you're in the bathroom, you're like,
I was like, god damn. But to be brutally honest, am I the only person here or listening that like when they break blood and they have like a cut of some kind or some kind of injury, am I the only one that like makes it bleed a little
Dude.
first before fixing it? Sometimes I like how much is this bleeding? Squeeze it, and then just fucking blood just trickles down my whole face. Is that insane?
dude, he's always been like that though. Like I remember one time you had a real bad bloody nose and it like
I won't do it with a bloody nose. Don't lie on my name like that. I'll do it with the scab. I'll do it with a
No. Let me finish the story before you do that. But you like blew into a napkin or something like that, and I remember you said like,
Oh, I think now that you say it out loud, I'll
like
be
you
honest.
were like, oh, this is not cool, but like the way it like.
There have been times where I'll lay a tissue down and I'll like let it just drop.
Okay.
I
I like to bleed.
so For right, number one, that's fucking weird.
I would say it probably is.
Saying it out loud.
I hurt myself all the time with my job and just in general because I'm a fucking klutz. Look at this giant fucking burn on my arm. I don't even know if y'all can see that.
Jesus.
No, I fuck myself up constantly.
Looks like you were getting it on with Catwoman.
Some shit almost fucking slit my wrist a few weeks ago. Got that fucking healed properly. Same shit almost happened over here. Just bullshit. I mean, my arm's all fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
It's. I gotta be careful where I get tats now, cause like I'm
speaking of
fucking
that.
up the vessel.
Do you guys know what scarification is?
Yeah.
Is that like the scar tattoos?
Yeah. Would you guys ever do something like that?
Fuck no.
On my back? Yeah, I would
Have
do
you
a
seen
big
the
back
videos
piece
of
and
it?
call it a
Bro,
day.
that's just
It's
slicing
so
into your fucking-
gnarly, dude. They just
Bro.
cut you.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you want to come in and get cut? Like, no, I'm
Dude,
good.
how do you think the air feels? Just like after you get it done, you're just. I mean, obviously they put
Cold.
something over it, but it doesn't fully heal right away, right? You guys.
Jesus. Wait, so okay, so
Burns.
How long do you have? To
I have a few questions. Number one, how deep are they having to cut to really get a scar to like make a design with?
Well, a tattoo is 3 layers at least, right?
Something
Of
like
skin
that,
or
yeah.
more, or 6
That's
layers of skin.
Relatively deep.
Let's find out.
And then like I wonder like are they going deeper to get like a denser line or like the perception of depth? You know what I mean? Like make something rise a little higher than another line.
So it's 5 layers. It penetrates for tattoos, or 1/16 of an inch, about 1 to 2 millimeters.
So like I've had like a tattoo done from like a friend, right? And they went too deep on one level, and it like scarred, like became like a cut just on one of this little part of my
Yeah.
tattoo.
Yeah.
Damn, I fucked that up. But yeah, and it like scarred up and shit, and like after it like healed and everything, because obviously it's an open wound no matter with how it is, because you just got a fucking tattoo. But when it all healed, it became like a scar, and I had to get it redone and everything.
I'm convinced that my first tattoo like has like it's raised up almost like a scar, and I think that they were trying to like push me away from getting tattoos because they didn't like me or something. I went to Evolved and I got this random tattoo on my leg, and this thing, like I swear this guy was pressing down as hard as he possibly could, and it like I've gotten tattoos since, and this one hurt way more. And he was doing like the thickest of lines.
Scab
and
up.
when I look at it now, it's like all raised up and shit, like a scar would. But I have 2 thoughts in my mind. And the crazy thing is, I'm starting to feel what it's like on the other side of our ADD, because I'm like, we were talking about something and I had a thing I wanted to say about it, and then we brought up a whole other subject, and at first I was like, shit, I really wanted to say that one thing, but now my ADHD is bringing me along for the ride, where it's like, all right, let's talk about tattoos then. Would you guys ever like tattoo your eyelid or eyeball?
Oh
No, I'm not with that. I got a bunch of tats. I would not do that.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe above the eyebrow.
I would do that, but I think that's a whole other world. Like, yeah, like I think that's here. It may be close, like proximity wise, but when it comes to like the idea of it and the feeling, this is so much different than this. And honestly, the eyeball is like, I just don't think it's a great look because the ink spreads and you end up just looking demon like.
Branding.
Bro, imagine you just get one ball, like your right eye is like an 8 ball.
Oh shit.
That'd be nuts.
But-
be shit.
Don't give me any ideas.
But instead of the 8, it's your demon logo. Anyway,
Expensive, but I'd be with it.
so, but then the other thing is, like, I would never do that either. But the rumor is that, like, there's no pain receptors in your eyeball.
Yeah.
So it's all in your head. So theoretically, I guess technically that would be the least painful tattoo you could get. But it doesn't make sense because
Well, what
when
about
you
your
get,
elbow,
like,
too?
When you get something in your eye, what's that feeling then? Because it doesn't feel like pain, but it does feel like uncomfortable as shit.
Well, you do have hella nerves in your eyeball, I feel like the optic nerve and everything. Like, there's a lot of connected
heard-
stuff in there.
I may be wrong, but I swear I read somewhere that there's no pain receptors there.
Yo, pinch your elbow. Like, lay it up flat and pinch it. Like, really, take your nail and pinch the skin of your elbow.
I don't want to damage my beautiful Scheuneman hoodie, but I'll try.
Let me know if you like, and then pinch yourself somewhere
I
else.
get what you're getting at. It doesn't really hurt.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt at all.
Hey, maybe you're just crusty, or we're all crusty.
We're
But That's your weenus, dog.
That's your
But
fucking
then it hurts
weenus.
when you hit that bitch.
Yeah, but that's a funny bone. And
The
another,
least funny bone.
yeah, nothing's funny about hitting your funny bone, dude. That shit sucks. One more tattoo thing, at least on my end. If you guys have anything to throw out there, feel free. But recently, I don't know if I want to disclose who did it because it kind of makes it cool, like not knowing who. But we've officially had our first. Well, no, this is our second Scheuneman tattoo from somebody outside of the brand itself. Somebody got a Scheuneman tattoo, and you know what it says?
What? Oh, bro.
Matt Demon's the best guest.
It's so wild. It actually does. No, it says Matt Demon's my favorite guest. No,
Let's go.
but it says Scheuneman girl.
Oh my
up the thigh.
No. I know. Bro, I seen the
Bro.
I seen the bio.
Oh yeah. So I hadn't seen that. So that's no. I'd seen that too. So that came afterwards. Like the tattoo happened, and it all sprung from like a literal conversation of like just fucking around. Like I think like we were joking around. Like she was saying like I'm this, and I was like no, I would probably say this, and I threw out Scheuneman girl or something.
Yeah.
And then the next thing I know, it's inked.
Yeah.
But
Are we gonna get the Shoonie boys though?
well, we need to get. I want to get the logo as soon as possible.
We can get it done. I mean, I know you want to get it. You would want to get like
I want to get it because I want
as good as
more
My
tattoos
homie
as well.
Literally any given Saturday, my homie will tat us. Like
That's
he
what I'm
did
saying.
these, like both of these, the
Let's
Wu-Tang
go.
piece on my arm.
I have because there's multiple tattoos I want to get. I want to get the logo. I want to get my hands tatted. I think I've made the decision that I'm just jumping right into hands. Not that I don't have any other tattoos, but I'm moving to hands because, and it may sound corny, but like I think that it's like it'll be not only inspiration but like help with the drive of like I know I would never give up, but once you get tatted on your hands, you gotta never give up.
Yeah.
You can't ever give up.
You don't say.
But so I want to get some hand tats. I want to add to my arm tats. I still need to get Cole's tattoo.
Yeah.
And the logo. So yeah, whenever I go to get tatted next, I want to be ready to get quite a few tats if I can. But I do think like that Scheuneman girl tattoo would make a really cool like photograph.
Oh yeah.
Like you get like her and like it could just be it could be like literally just waist down and like her legs like you know like when you lay down you like bend your leg up like your knee is above the leg. I can't explain it. I'd have to put a picture, but and I'll show you. What
Jamie, pull that up.
But like literally, like you could just have it like a sunbather, and it just like says that on the side of the thigh.
Yeah.
But I still want to do that photo to you, the fucking Easton crash. You seen that, right, Matt?
Yeah.
That
It says like on or something now.
dude. Well, they crashed right into the middle of the sign.
Is it
which
fixed
makes
now, though?
such a nice picture. I don't know. I don't know if I'm seeing old TikToks or what, but I keep seeing TikToks of people being like, the Easton sign's ruined. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's not fixed yet, because that shit's probably expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I want to get tatted so bad. It's just
I'm ready.
Man, I'm
Get
saying.
another one.
I got a personal artist, bro. Very easy to get a hold of. Affordable as shit. And he will get y'all right as fuck. No problem.
imagine we get tatted on the show,
Let's do it.
Oh, we could. We could.
set that up, bro.
He'll come here.
dude. I've had different because, like I said, with my first tattoo, I think the guy was like purposely being aggressive about it, but like, and it was my first tattoo, and I had not slept great, and I had drank and smoked and not ate much.
Bad combo.
So it was a bad combo, and I did not feel great after that one. But every tattoo since has been fine. Like I even had like a very uneducated tattoo artist do some random shit on the back of my leg while we were kind of fucked up in a basement. So I was able to handle that. I think I can handle the whatever tattoo comes next. But
Absolutely.
in other news, did you guys see what happened? Okay, so you know the portals.
the
which
NYC
is a
portal to
crazy-
Dublin?
Yeah. So do you know about it's a crazy sentence, but Marquise, do you remember the portal conversation we had about like there's portals in different like big cities that have like video
You
feeding
can talk to people through
yeah,
the portal and
it'll
stuff.
be like, well, a perfect example is one we're about to talk about is like in Midtown or something. There's a portal that goes from New York City to Dublin. Is it Dublin? Okay.
Or the UK, I think.
So I think just to begin with, I think that's a really cool idea.
Yeah. Talk to people across.
And I don't know how many are up yet because I remember reading about them and I figured like this is an idea that's being like put into action, but I don't think that they're all up yet because they're supposed to be like in a bunch of cities connecting to a bunch of different countries, and I bet it takes a minute to set those things up. But whoever's
Not happen now.
yeah, I mean, well, that could make it happen faster. So what happened was those portals, like it's just live video from one place to another. It's like a big never-ending FaceTime call. And an OnlyFans girl went and showed off the goods to the people on the other side of the portal and just stripped, like pulled her shirt
boobs.
off and everything. I'm just gonna go out and say like I don't think that the people on the other side of the portal were mad. I don't based on the video I saw, but they shut that shit down permanently.
Yeah.
Wait, so it's
Not
done
just
for
what?
now?
That's what I was just saying. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to keep going with the portal project because the NYC one, as of right now, is permanently shut down.
Whoa.
Permanently? That's just over some boobs,
She ruined that for everybody, yeah.
bro. Oh yeah, that's a good point. But like, maybe instead of permanently, what if you just like it's pay to enter and there's security, which makes it a lot less cool.
In the middle of like a public walkway, you know what I mean?
Damn it! Why
It's
does you have
such
to
a
ruin it
cool
for fucking
idea.
everybody?
No, it's a very cool idea. Yeah, no, she really fucked that up for like everybody.
And I wonder if she
I
even
couldn't
got.
even see the fucking titty.
And plus, if you think about it, like in your head, it's like, oh, it's a good marketing plan, but is it though? Because there's no actual like. My theory is she probably had her account painted on her somewhere. Like I haven't seen the others, like what the Dublin people saw. I've just seen video from like the backside, and everything of the front was blurred. But I'm assuming she would put it was like a marketing stunt for her account, and that it was like painted on her somewhere. That's just an assumption. But like, if maybe she did it for fun, maybe she did it for clout, or maybe she did it for the video, like the TikTok about doing it. But if she just showed that off in hopes that like doing that by itself would get her more like people on her OnlyFans account, like there's only like 10 people on the other side of the portal.
I think that's more of what happened, to be honest with you. I don't think she had any like clear branding or anything going on. I want to say she just like walked over, pulled her boobs out, recorded herself doing that, posted it. Then it got shut down. Then she posted again and went viral as fuck.
That's nutty, dude. Oh shit, dude. Shit.
Like lightweight, pretty solid marketing stunt because I mean we're talking about it.
Yeah, no, but like that's the
it's got
thing.
attention.
Like I'm saying, if it hadn't have gone viral, like, and she didn't film like the behind the scenes of it, then doing that by itself wouldn't do much. But the fact that it goes viral and everything,
Well, either way, it would be going viral if it got shut down because people are gonna be like, "What the heck? Why did it get shut down?
What's up with the portal?"
Yeah.
and it does suck that like I feel like. I mean, we're never gonna get one. I feel like there's never gonna be one
Dude,
to Ohio.
No one gives
They
a fuck
can't
about
do
Ohio.
like a censor. Like, I mean, we're intelligent. We can't do like just like a only face.
Like an AI censoring that, like if you throw some boobs or a
blurs
peen
the
out
whole
there, it
screen.
just well, yeah. But
I don't know.
did you know? Like I'm over here thinking like we probably aren't like in the know or popular enough to even get a portal, but there's like a list of cities that are like, you know, most likely to get nuked if nuclear war happens, and it's like 10 or 25 cities, and I think we're like number 3 or 4. We're in the top 10 for sure.
Yeah, we are top 10. I'm pretty sure Ohio's top 5 because Dayton has a bunch of nukes.
Wait, what?
No.
There's
Yeah, you guys
nukes
didn't
in
know that?
Dayton?
Yeah, dude.
What?
Oh,
I know so much about military shit, dude. I swear to
Oh,
God. Yeah, military
shit.
correspondent Matt Damon on site, bro. Yeah, fucking Dayton has Ohio's nukes.
Ohio's nukes. So how many states have nukes?
This is America.
Well, you think all of them, they're not cheap. You think we just have I guess I never really sat
we
and
have a
thought about it.
multi-trillion-dollar black budget that we'll never know where that money goes into, and a lot of it goes into gigantic fuck you weapons.
I never thought, why did I never, like, when you say it, it's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But, like, I just assumed the nukes are, like, all kind of in two spots.
Oh, no.
But then when you say it, it's like, okay, why wouldn't we just have surpluses of nukes in different states? Ah, shit.
Because if they say they hit those two spots, they're gonna blow up they're gonna change
Yeah.
the entire trajectory of the planet.
Versus
Yeah.
So like we have to spread them out from a conservative standpoint and a safe
Topography's going to change if you hit
I mean,
those
it's
two
smarter
spots.
that way anyway because like it's gonna be a harder. I mean, versus 2 to however many is in here, and they're not gonna find all of them.
So do you think? Well, if you know a lot about military, this is a completely random question.
Lay it on me.
But do you have any idea what the hell is right by our house? There's like a community center, but with the community center, there's also like
The
fucking.
YMCA, but
But connected to the YMCA, there's like a place where they keep like tanks and shit.
yeah, like a whole bunch
Like
of military.
fucking Humvees and like
It's only for, like,
ATVs and shit, like military ass vehicles, and
Where?
right by my house.
Yeah,
In Delaware, like
and then
Oh, Delaware. Okay, yeah. Take me out there. We'll give it a look.
yeah,
I'll
it's
tell you what's
pretty
going on.
interesting, and speaking of military, there's a couple things there. For starters, I saw this really interesting thing the other day. So, have you ever seen like them like test flight like different vehicles and like helicopters, planes, and shit? The other day, I was driving around and I seen 3. I mean, this is me, my ignorant opinion, but I think it was like 3 Black Hawk helicopters, like fucking specced out and looking brand new, and they were flying around. I was like, oh shit.
I've seen.
And I just happened to be driving like right by where they landed. And it was so weird to see them flying around and then pass where they landed and just be like, oh shit, they just like be keeping them in places like this. Like that's nuts.
Literally.
And I could see them, like the pilots standing out in front of them talking to their like higher ups, like, oh yeah, we should probably tweak this. We should add a couple more missiles. Like
Oh, bro.
Walmart was looking hot. But
I got to see a stealth bomber one time. I have a video of it too.
how stealthy is it if you're spotting it? But
They're
what,
test
Valid.
flying.
are you talking about like the ones that are like
I'll show you. Here, let me show you.
Turn on the active camera.
black and smooth and shit?
No, bro, one of these.
Bro, fucking y'all know about BlackRock?
No, what's BlackRock? Sounds like a
So-
porn star.
Yeah, what the hell?
So
is
BlackRock
to get zooted.
BlackRock is the #1 defense contractor on the fucking planet. All of our shit comes from BlackRock.
Why does that sound like a movie, like a Bond villain?
There's 3 main. Okay, I'm not trying to whatever get too. This isn't even conspiratorial. This is
of these,
honesty.
bro.
This is just like fact that more
That's what I was
people should
talking
be
about.
aware of. Oh, those are fucking sick.
Throw it up.
dude. But fucking so there's like 3 or 4 major companies that own everything in America. BlackRock.
Everything military wise?
BlackRock
Or like
makes F-16s,
Okay.
nuclear bombs, and dog food,
Dog food.
and everything in between.
That's a little sus.
We're talking. No, these are
What's
mega companies.
getting fed to the dogs though?
I mean,
Like the waste from the nuclear stuff they'd be
no,
making.
like, these are everything is ran completely separately, right? These are separate companies. They're all just under they're just owned by BlackRock.
Why dog food though? Are you when you say everything? Are you talking about military everything or like everything?
Everything.
So why does BlackRock only get 3? Or is it like
So there's just 3 companies that own everything. BlackRock just happens to be one of them, as I'm elaborating on, that pumps out all of our military shit, and like also happens to own a like couple million side conglomerates.
oh okay? So it's almost like what we were talking about last night. It's just not the fashion version of it. It's like the
Industrial complex version.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, BlackRock is nuts, dude.
So, damn, I'm surprised you can even find their like company name. Like I would think that shit would be kept so under wraps. Like because
I dig for
because
stuff.
then yeah, that's true.
Journalist Matt Damon.
Dude, I've always wanted to go on the dark web. I used to know I still know a guy that could get me on there, but It's so interesting to me. Like, it's a whole other side of things. Like, and they make it seem so easy, but I just always assume, like, there's no way that it's that easy. Like,
Well, fucking the dark web is the actual internet. Like, so what we have, every country's internet is governed by, like, or is set by their government, the parameters of such.
Yeah.
We have access to what I think is only, like, I want to say, I fuck you not, like 11% of the actual internet. So, like, the connotation, like the dark web, I mean, yeah, a lot of salacious stuff goes down there because it's unmonitored as fuck. But at the same time, that is actually the internet.
yeah. I mean, it's pretty much like the unfiltered version, like
Yeah.
the real shit.
It's the other 89%.
God damn, dude. Why is it? So, is there anywhere like where it's like not hard to get onto it? If that's like the real internet, like
It's not hard to, right now.
VPN,
I
bro.
guess that's true.
You download a VPN. We can do it on your MacBook right now. Download Tor.
I'd rather not do it on the company MacBook, but
Download Tor, Tor. Download the Onion. Fucking get a VPN, and not to tell people how to get on the dark web or anything.
You might
but, like,
want to actually take all your shit off of here before you do that. But
you'd
Well,
want
don't
to
do
do
that
it
on
on
the
a burner computer.
get a burner laptop.
God, that's fucking insane. Do you believe in like the idea that there's like underground? I don't even want to call them cities, but like bunkers. Like not just because if I say bunkers, it's like yeah, obviously there are. But if I say city, that seems like
No,
way
I
out
would
there.
say city or like
But
or like a
a complex.
sanctuary.
there'll be like
don't know.
videos you see where it's like they'll like some guy will film like the entrance to one of them, and then like the idea is that like it's just these huge, massive complexes of like where a lot of the money goes to, like tax wise and just like budget wise, like it just to fund these underground military cities for like if shit really hits the fan, and like where they keep a lot of stuff apparently if you believe in it. But it's such a crazy idea, but it's also hard for me to believe that it's like not the case because
A whole nother talk, but think about just even our cave systems and stuff we have, bro. Like,
well, like that's where like
it
with the
makes-
movie Us, like they talk about, I think they're saying underground like tunnels, or not tunnels, but like underground facilities that are unused.
facility, there you go. Yeah.
They're unused and they go quote unquote unused, but like they were talking about how much is underground and like the potential. Like the movie opens up with them talking about like how much shit is underground and goes quote unquote unused, and then you're left to like think of the potential of all that stuff, like what they could be using it for. And it is kind of interesting to think about the idea that I mean, we all know that there's so much that goes on that we have no idea about, but like when you bring it into specifically like how much shit is underground that we have no idea about, and like that's literally like people working right under our feet on like nukes and weapons and fucking backup plans, like some Fallout shit. Like
Literally, yeah.
it's
Or even the people who pass by you on the daily that do that shit, that are secret CIA, you know?
yeah, like you'll hear about
Y'all want to know some stuff about the CIA?
yeah, sure, let's
Okay.
go.
Well, so you asked me if your initial question was, do I believe in that? And yeah, because I mean, that is just factually happening for sure. But, okay, so the CIA, right? Y'all know all this, like, diversity stuff going on right now?
Yeah, it's a distraction plan.
It's not a distraction plan well, okay, so maybe, right? Maybe.
The
But
bare minimum, that's what it
the
is.
CIA are, like, the ones in charge of diversity hiring for, like, the country. Right now, the CIA, if you're like a gay dude, you could get a job at the CIA right now, apparently. They're looking for specifically, like, homosexual people.
Because they're lacking in them at the moment, or for a different reason that you're about to tell us?
They just want to have everybody that they can put everywhere. Seems to be more of what it is.
What, like they want employees that they could fit into any environment?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
And why do you think that is?
Because I've watched a lot of guys that used to be in the CIA go on podcasts and talk about this.
No, I don't mean like why do you think that, like why do you believe that? I mean, like, why do you think they're doing that?
Fair. I mean, honestly, I think they're just doing it from a tactical standpoint, right? Like, so
Prostitution.
on one end, it keeps us in a bit of a kerfuffle. Like there's a healthy bit of unrest that needs to happen in all societies for governments to be able to get things done in a
it keeps it
cohesive
moving.
manner. Exactly. We need to be kept a little distracted for things to fucking, you know what I mean? The government to be able to get things done the way the government gets things done. And so, the CIA is in charge of that. But come to find out, I thought the CIA was above the FBI. That is not the case. The FBI is above the CIA.
That's so weird because I heard recently how the FBI is technically only a military police force.
Apparently, the CIA on paper are paper pushers.
That's also I kind of.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know shit when it comes to it, but like I've also heard talk about like how the CIA isn't really doing the dirty work per se. Like they kind of do the little sneaky paperwork shit, but.
They do have field operatives. I mean, they do send people out to like do things in different places, of course. But when it comes to like, oh man, I'm trying to think of the degrees of separation exactly off the top of my head.
Well, I mean, the people just to throw this out there, the people that are doing the real dirty work are people that we like. They're companies and teams that we don't even know about, like the CIA or FBI, whoever it is, whoever's in charge of like overseeing it. They're paying a group of other people to go and do it. Like that way, if it goes wrong, it doesn't come back on them.
Well, they did kill the Kennedys.
That's a whole conversation.
Robert Kennedy,
magic bullet
RFK
theory
Jr.
is insane.
RFK Jr. went on flagrant and said, "You'd have to be foolish to not believe the government killed his father and uncle." If RFK Jr. is saying that
Just
shit,
to play devil's advocate, a worm also ate part of his brain.
okay, right. Valid. I'm just saying.
Playing devil's advocate. I'm
He's
not
been to
saying I
prison,
don't believe him.
I just, hearing a Kennedy, a live one, be like, "They killed my family," was fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, do you know you've got to know the magic bullet theory, right?
Well, yeah. So I know magic bullet theory, but what I think is more practical.
Also the driver.
Do you know the magic
so-
bullet theory? It's pretty. I mean, I know the gist of it. It's pretty simple.
I haven't really gotten.
So okay, so you know how when Kennedy was assassinated,
Yeah. Say sniper.
he was driving in a car in a like whatever you call it.
Wait, is it where the picture cut, like they took out the bullet?
No. Okay, so the thing is that number one, he's in like this. Why am I blanking on words so much today? I didn't get sleep. So like a convoy of cars.
Yep.
Like they're doing like a fucking hello there, I'm your president kind of thing.
All in a
And
line.
so they're moving. And the like angle and trajectory of like how he got shot, which you can like see on the video or whatever, it makes no sense. Like it does not add up that it would be the guy that they're saying it was. Like not only is there question over whether or not he could have even made that shot, but there's also the fact, and this plays into the magic bullet theory. It's been a while since I looked into it, so I might be a little dusty on it. But pretty much, what was it? So the bullet is supposed to have gone, like, through his head or neck or whatever, and then didn't it hit somebody?
In the back, the car in the back, or like.
Honestly, the main thing is that it went at an angle and ended up in a place where it doesn't make sense that it should have been, and also the fact that the bullet they found from like the supposed bullet that went through him was in like perfect condition. And the magic bullet theory specifically is like them putting on like paper pretty much how they want you to believe the bullet traveled, and it's pretty much like as though the bullet went like this, and then like this, and then like that. Like it fucking just changes directions at like with no warning or anything. It just fucking it's bullshit.
I watched a like pretty recently, like a good like 4 or 5 hour long video going over Grassy Knoll and the JFK assassination. So I'm really glad we're talking about this. Actually, I fucking love history shit. So
I do. It's my favorite subject by far.
the thing with Grassy Knoll, man, is the way the structure of the area is it kind of works as a natural sound amplifier. No one really knows where the shots got fired, but interesting tidbit, right? So there were, I think, like 5 or 6 people walking around office buildings with briefcases. I don't think all of them had ready to assemble snipers, but there's multiple eyewitness testimonies talking about there was this random guy I had never seen before, matching descriptions from multiple people for like describing the same people. I think they sent multiple operatives. I think there were 2 snipers.
I mean, if it was a military operation, there was definitely a backup guy.
Well, exactly.
And remind me really quick. I want you to say what you want to say, but I can't fucking remember. Was there another person hit from like whether it was a ricocheting bullet technically or like just at all? Wasn't there like another guy hit? I can't even remember.
I think a member of his security was sitting in the front passenger seat, and the bullet passed through Buddy's shoulder into JFK.
Yeah, I thought it was something like that.
It's something like that, I want to say, yeah. But fucking the guy that went down for that didn't do it. The guy that went down for killing MLK didn't do it. The funny coincidence about both of these things is, the CIA killed them both, which is fucking wild. And like, I think the magic bullet theory is propaganda because who controls intelligence? Who has the grip on misinformation? Who killed JFK?
Whenever I think of that theory, I just specifically think about the fact that the bullet was in a condition that it shouldn't have been or wouldn't have been. I have that image in my brain of like, I mean, what it is saying that the official story is bullshit. So I don't know why that would have been propaganda fed to us by like government. But the main thing that I always just think back on is like, the bullet should have been like destroyed with what it went through, and also the way that they want you to believe it moved to end up where it did doesn't make any sense scientifically.
Well, I'm saying exactly, which being drip-fed nonsense.
Yeah, and I think they make it really hard to either to come to any kind of legitimate conclusion, because not only will they tell you a false story that they want you to believe, but they'll also, like you're saying, like they'll put in other narratives that go against what they want you to believe, but are just bullshit, just to add to the confusion.
Exactly. Fucking Wendigoon, shout out Wendigoon, is the guy that made the video I was just talking about. Fucking, if you really like want to sit down and get invested into like what fucking all like went down and everything from an on paper standpoint with what we know now, it's fascinating. It is a great watch.
I mean, I've went deep on this stuff like years ago. It's just been so long since I like listened to a video about it, but
it's valid.
I do know that like after listening to all the stuff that I was listening to about it, definitely does seem like bullshit. Especially because like Kennedy was doing a lot of stuff that would piss them off.
Oh, yeah.
Like
I had to get rid of him.
Yeah, and I like he wanted to. Didn't he want to like take down the federal government or something?
So Kennedy's whole thing was establishing the Peace Corps and dismantling the CIA. We got the Peace Corps, but Bush Sr. fucking killed JFK.
Oh, so you believe it was a specific person?
He was the head of the CIA at the time.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, and then there's also like I don't believe this.
I'm gonna get murdered. I'm gonna get fucking whacked.
People say this shit all the time though, and if you're really gonna get murdered if you start talking about Boeing, but.
Apparently,
everybody who talks about I don't know the specifics about this, but yeah, there's people like people who worked at Boeing will come out and pretty much be like, yeah, their planes are not up to par. They need to be fixed, and shit's fucked up. And then like 2 weeks later, they have a heart attack.
Dead. Just dead.
And there's been like how many people?
I think it's like 3 people.
Yeah, like, and they're all whistleblowers, and then they just drop dead like weeks later. But it's just coincidence. Have you seen like the theory or not theory, but apparently there's like paperwork that shows that they have like a dart gun that they can shoot into you that just makes you have a heart attack. Like it's completely silent and you'll just fucking like, yeah, there's no doubt they don't have shit like that. I mean, have you seen the fucking video of, and we're being messy, but have you seen the video of I forget if it was successful or an attempt. I think it was successful. The assassination of one of the North Korean like officials, or I forget if it was like one of the dictators like previous or somebody that was just high up in the government or whatever. Anyway, there's a video of like how it went down, and pretty much they killed him by like shaking his hand.
Damn.
Like
That's the movie The Interview. The acid strip in the hand, and that dissolves into the.
That's a whole that's a like comical movie of it. But I'm saying I'm not talking about Kim Jong-un. I'm talking about like somebody actually got poisoned through like
a ricin
I
strip.
forget if it was like they shook his hand or tapped him on the back or coughed on him, but it was something where it was like it was literally they just needed one like source of physical contact and he was done. Like I forget exactly what they did to do it, but
It'd be a ricin strip.
I can't forget if it was like Kim Jong Il or like it was. I think it was one of his family members actually did die by assassination, and there's like footage of it happening at the airport that it did. But dude, while you're looking that up, there was this. It kind of plays into this shit. Like there was this one guy. When I was working at McDonald's. He didn't sound that crazy, honestly, which is what makes it kind of freaky. We were like, he came in at like 9:00 at night, and he was like ordering food, and we were talking, and he told me about how he used to work for the military, and he was like, "You want to know something crazy?" And I was like, well, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." And he's like, "You see that car out there?" He parked, like he pointed at a car just parked right outside the building. He's like, "You see that car?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "There's technology that they have and they don't want you to know about that will make a car that close to you invisible. Like they have camouflage technology that would blow your fucking mind." And he just starts going into like how they can camouflage cars like insanely, like, and that's just one example of the technology they have that they don't want you to know about. Like
there's a lot going on, man.
I kind of believe that the public information regarding technology is like 10 years behind at least.
It was 2 females, and apparently they splashed a chemical on his face at the airport.
Kim Jong.
Okay, that must have been it then.
Brother-in-law, I think. Or
let me see. We got on. You talking about Korea? We got Kim Jong Nam.
yeah, Kim
But they did it very, 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 very quickly and easily. But yeah, if that's the problem. If they want you dead, you'll be dead.
The heart attack gun. I'm glad you brought that up because we invented that when we were trying to assassinate Castro.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I've just heard of it be like brought up. I didn't know any specifics about it, but like I'm sure we have all kinds of shit like that.
We used to do
and now with drones, like just get darted, like just from anywhere at any time. They put your face into an AI database or whatever, and then a fucking drone will pull up on you and fucking do the work for them. Like they don't. If they want you, dude, they'll have you. Like if you piss off the government enough, like there's no hiding.
Yeah.
Like. That's the thing. It's like that's why people like us don't get fucking shit for it because they know like if they were causing enough trouble, we would know about it and we can get to them in seconds.
Yeah, like the American government's just like the most powerful government on the planet.
It's fucking nuts.
There's no winning. There's no winning.
But I hate when people will bring up like you talk about like gun rights and like gun laws and everything, and people bring up the argument of like. Whenever they're anti-gun and you say like, well, we need to have our Second Amendment so we can protect ourselves against like a tyrannical government. And then they'll be like, well, do you see the tanks that they have, the Black Hawk helicopters, the technology they have? Your AR-15 is not going to do anything against it. It's like, so your argument here is that pretty much I should just give up because they've already won. Like I shouldn't even try because they have bigger weapons. Like, do you see how stupid that sounds? Like, I should just like, oh yeah, you're right. They got bigger guns, so I'm gonna just here you go. Like, it just pisses me off.
Yeah.
How do you feel about guns?
Love guns.
Yeah,
Love guns. I own a couple.
Yeah, I need to get some more as well. Like, it's bad, dude.
Tattoos, guns.
Tattoo guns.
Turn y'all into me super fast, bro. It's going to be great. How many tattoos do both of you have? I was thinking about that earlier when Julian was like, I have tattoos. Because I didn't even know you had a single tattoo.
Really? Okay, well, My tattoos are random and quite small. So I have one on my arm
Matt's
that would be.
chest is covered.
I would have to take my whole hoodie off to show it, but
He's got the big old D on his chest.
That was the logo. I got that done at Evolved. Also,
You got used to the mic. You got used to the mic.
As you said, Evolved fucked you over because I love Evolved. Yeah, with
I
the
don't.
D on my chest.
The guy just seemed pissed off to be giving people their first tattoos. I don't know what it was, and Cole agreed with me because we both went in at the same time. But I have 1, 2, 3, and then so only 3. 2 of them are on my leg, and so I desperately want to get more because like I just have like a little mountain right here. After I like climbed my first mountain, it was like a 12er or a 13er, but I climbed Buffalo Mountain in Colorado and got that afterwards, and also kind of attached its own little meaning to me. So I got that. I want to add to that and make it kind of my tribute to Cole tattoo. Make the mountain a little bit bigger. It's just a very minimalistic like line mountain. I want to make it a bit bigger at a cross, and then underneath it, no bad days. And then on my leg, I have like a melting smiley face. I originally was gonna get like crows somewhere. I've always wanted to get crows. I still will get crows, but for whatever reason, last second I just changed my mind and got that reluctantly. And then on the back of my thigh, I have a Viking symbol that like represents creating your own reality, or like being in charge of your own reality. And I got that by a girl that was on cocaine.
Got my hand tattooed by a girl on cocaine.
Yeah, ain't that fun? It always stings a bit more.
Yeah, because they're trying to rush through it because they have an addition.
They got that shaky hand and they want to do another bump.
Well, I'm saying.
Rolling. How many tattoos do you have,
I
Marcus?
have 5. I have my first tattoo I got. I have a fucking skateboard that forms a heart and it has a band and a rose in the middle, but the band's not filled yet. It's supposed to say skate and destroy. Then I have a stick and poke of a ghost that was just random. I don't know why I got that.
I want to get a ghost.
I want to get it covered, honestly. I want to do something, but I might keep it. I don't know. Stick and poke. I was stupid.
around.
I don't know.
I want to get, honestly, now that you say that, I want to get like a couple of ghosts, different styles.
That'd be hard.
Like
Interest.
different.
I want to get like that clicker. Well, it's like I always forget the fucking name. When you click something on the computer, what's it called?
The mouse.
Not a mouse, because people will think of it like a mouse,
right.
but like
In the physical, the icon that.
yeah, that icon. I want to get that on my pointer finger.
That'd be fucking cool.
I want to get. Yeah, it's somebody told it to me the other day.
Cursor?
Cursor. That's what it is. And there's a couple different styles, but I want like the classic. Like I think I want like the arrow thing,
That'd be hard.
like the classic arrow with like a line sticking out of it.
I have a dripping ghost or a melting, like how his smiley face is, but mine's a ghost and it's colored and stuff. That was my second tattoo. I was actually drunk and the tattoo artist was drunk too. We were all high and having fun, so I was like, fuck it, do it. Then I got a tattoo matching with my mom. Hers is he gave me a chance to live, and mine says she gave me life. And then I got Felix the cat, all drugged up and basically the form how I live on, just living it up, have fun.
I just had a total ADHD thought / decision. I think
Pin up girl.
I think next week or the week after, I'm ready to tell one of the craziest stories I have in my Rolodex of stories.
Oh shit.
But I was just gonna randomly be like, fuck it, let's tell it now. But I want to make it a whole thing because it's a long story.
Heard.
But Matt Damon,
Yeah.
do you? What else do you want to talk about? What do you want to interview us? Do you want to? Do you have a question for the world? Do you have any things that you want to talk about?
Actually, I have a question.
I want to throw the ball. What?
What is your easiest, like throughout the whole music scene and everything, what is your easiest and funnest like process, and what is the worst and thing that like you think like just like aggravates you, but you not in that way where you're like fuck it, but you're like
That pisses me off a little bit. So
Yeah,
of course. So working on vocals pisses me off. I've gotten pretty good at it.
Them?
Yeah, I'm so anal about it, and I get so into it that it has to sound perfect. So that can get kind of aggravating, but I do that to myself. The most fun part is most definitely recording or like making beats.
I'm the same way when it comes to like when I design something, there'll be like the way I picture in my head, like even down to the last detail, like getting it on Illustrator to be like exactly how I want it. Like I've spent hours just moving things to like a degree and like tilting them like, and the fucking Prism t-shirt, there's got to be at least 25 different versions of how that was going to look. Like I had literally started this process where like I made the first go at it, the second go, the third go, the fourth go, and then just each time I would make it a little bit different, and I would like have all of the examples in front of me, and like after a few hours of like making different ones, I just picked my favorite one and then like tweaked that, like even getting the line on that t-shirt to the exact like angle I wanted it, like it's just little shit like that will bug the fuck out of me.
Yeah, the tedium.
And it makes me sweat.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
It's always the ending of the process, dude. It's like
Literally.
when it's right there, dude. It's like sometimes I have to just get up and walk away because my legs start like, I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck, I gotta.
You just start wanting to jump out of your skin. You're like, I just need this fucking small little
there,
thing.
God,
It's right there,
Dude.
Fucking. Should we? You want to make the announcement now with the shits?
We could do that. Oh, shit. So announcement time. I didn't think we were doing this today,
Announcement
but
time.
let's do it. So there's a couple ways that we could go into announcing this, and I guess I'll start and then toss it to you. We've realized in different occurrences of having Matt on the show, he's been a guest. He's probably the guest with the most appearances. That's got to be the case. And just seeing his trajectory, our trajectory, I think it only makes sense that we kind of tie the knot business-wise and evolve our work relationship to the point where
I'm on the show. I'm in the company. I'm in the company on the show.
Pretty much as many episodes as possible, Matt will be included onto the what do you call it?
I'm in the zeitgeist, baby.
Not only the zeitgeist, but like the fucking words, like the set list. Let's just say that. And so when you're on, typically, like, I mean, the way that podcasts are, you're just naturally going to be updating people about what's going on. We'll all be doing that. But it'll go less interview fashion and more like just, you know, let's least your talking points, daily stuff type shit.
Literally.
And so now, like, if when we have a guest on, chances are it'll be like the three of us and the guest. And we're going to try and do that as often as we can and whenever schedules match up. But, I mean, ideally, it'll probably be like a weekly thing. Mm-hmm. The main thing is expect to see this face a whole lot more.
We in this bitch. In summation, we in this bitch. I'm in this bitch. We here, full-time staff member now. Fucking, yeah, very happy to be here. Super looking forward to more in-depthly getting things done with y'all. I think it's going to be fucking awesome.
The addition.
Now we're all gonna make a fucking rap hit song together.
Good.
Yeah.
And we're gonna
expect to see us spitting on a track soon. No, but
Get y'all with Chris Brown.
we gotta. Yeah.
that beat us.
Announcement, I am working with Chris Brown.
Can you announce the other one too?
I'm also working with Polo G.
Ah.
And next week, SZA.
Insane. Oh, can you announce the other one?
Oh, and then probably Jack Harlow.
That's insane. We'll get into it. But, so does that make you a tri-host or a co-host?
Tri-host, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a tri-host.
On some like way cooler George Jankum. I'm from fucking Impulsive.
And now
Way cooler.
do you know that Ninjas Are Butterflies podcast? They're like always making Instagram clips. They're always talking about like conspiracies and shit. And I'm just trying to think of different podcasts that have the threefer, but we're adding to that list of podcasts that do that. So Hell yeah, brother.
There's gonna be a lot of behind the scenes.
And then there's gonna be, you know, we've got more updates coming out soon, but I think that's probably the big announcement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
nice hoodie, by the way.
Thanks. You know,
Marquise, you changed.
buy some shit.
Yeah. Scheunemanbrand.com. Hell yeah, with the new collection. We just put our lookbook up, which was like took way longer than I would have ever thought it would. We just wanted to make sure that it was as good as it could be, because most lookbooks will be like, you know, it's just pretty much pictures and then a description of like the garments, like materials and shit like that. But with this lookbook, it's not only pictures of the garments, like flat lays, ghost mannequins. It's also got, you know, like lifestyle pictures in it. And then we also included behind the design information, where with each garment and each outfit, you can learn about the inspiration that went into those pieces. You can learn about why certain things look the way they do and the meaning behind it, the purpose behind it all. And you can also learn about the story and all, like in this compact little lookbook. And you can find that on our website. And we will be posting pages of that on our Instagram, which is Scheuneman Brand. God, I want to buy that. I want to buy Scheuneman from the guy, whoever has it. So bad.
So bad.
Because we're not Scheuneman Brand. And by the way, as a partner, you should know this. It's not Scheuneman Brand. It's Scheuneman. I don't think you typically do call it Scheuneman Brand.
No,
so you've already been good about it.
Oh, yeah, I'm hip.
Yeah, a lot of people will like throw that brand in there when it's not necessarily. Even I'll do that sometimes on accident, but yeah, like for whatever reason, some guy has an Instagram that's Scheuneman, and I think it's not even active. Same with the website, because I think what people will do sometimes is just like hoard website like URLs and shit, just so that one day when someone wants it, you'll have to buy it from them. But
how do you contact that person, though?
you have to I think it's not that hard, but you have to like buy it from them, and they can be dickheads about it. Like,
Oh, yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna want this much or that much, but it's just a load of bullshit, dude.
You ever seen Silicon Valley?
The show or the
Yeah.
place? No.
Okay, so the show is amazing. You would fucking love this show, dude. You have to watch Silicon
What's it
Valley.
about?
Tech nerds living in pod housing in Silicon Valley that make it big. And they get to a point where they have to buy their IP off this guy. So they go out to this random farm in Wyoming.
Some real business nitty gritty shit.
Literally. And it's this like random cattle herder who is some asshole. And people really do this, so y'all get hip. Fucking people out there will just buy up random IPs.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yep, bro. And fucking, so they went to this dude, made it sound like they were pretty small. And at the time they were, but then once they bought the IP, they like were able to blow the fuck up. So then he comes back at them and he's like, y'all lowballed me. I want more money or we're going to get litigious. So that whole process can really be a pain in the ass, apparently.
Does he, like in that hypothetical situation, does he have any standing ground for that? Like, you agree to a price, we pay the price, it's done, is it not?
It's over with.
Yeah, he hits him with that, but these guys are also like hyper nerds and pussies. You know what I mean?
So
which
they
adds to the
freak
comedy
out.
of the situation.
Okay.
Yeah, like it is sensationalized, of course. He does try to stand his ground. He's like, no, I gave you the money. We agreed upon this.
It almost sounds like an alternate reality of the Big Bang Theory.
It's way funnier than
Yeah,
that,
yeah, I
man.
would, dude.
It's like, you just have to watch. It's got Kumail Nanjiani. He was in Eternals, the Indian guy. He's a comedian. He's fucking
Okay.
awesome. A lot of what put him on.
You bodied that
was that show.
pronunciation. Holy shit.
Oh, Kumail Nanjiani. Yeah, I speak 3 languages, bro.
That's nuts.
I speak English, Italian, and Spanish. My conjugation's fire.
Italian. You might have to do an ad read sometime.
Spanish and Italian's like the same language. I swear to God.
Wow.
I almost want to test you on the Italian.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Say something.
So okay, I have a song called Buenos Sera, which means good night. Fucking, I dropped that on Demon King forever ago, and I say, Buenos Sera, mi donna, and that means, good night, my woman. Fuck,
Sexy.
give me like an example of something.
Okay,
you'd like for me to
wait.
say
So
in
when you
Italian.
say you can speak Italian, is it like me saying I can speak Spanish
Fluent
when I can be
or-
like ¿Cómo estás? Or ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Juli. ¿De dónde eres? Or soy de Columbus, Ohio. Like, is it like that? Or is it like you can really spit that shit, like every word in the dictionary?
I'm pretty good across the board, reading and hearing.
Can you say buy the new Scheuneman collection because it's fire? Not to put you on the spot.
Oh, you're good. We'll default to Spanish, honestly. Fucking, tú necesitas, Scheuneman, pantalones.
Pantalones.
Necesitas dinero.
Well, I swear
Para
I know
me.
clothes.
Okay, it's muy.
I know shoes is zapatos, isn't it? Ropas, isn't that clothes?
Ropas? Let me see.
Isn't that not?
I forget shoes.
No
shoes is zapatos. I know.
No more pants.
Shoes is zapatos. What do you think the craziest? Well, you looked that up. What do you think the craziest collaboration
Zapatos.
could be? Like, and when I say that, I'm going off of the fact that, like, okay, so Ice Spice just collaborated with Metro cards, like the card you need to get on the subway in New York,
Okay.
What?
which is nuts.
Yeah, that's so weird.
People are probably just going in the bathroom stalls with their Metro cards now, which is crazy. Gunking them all up, and they're not gonna work.
Maybe some artists getting sponsored by like a toilet or toilet paper.
No, I mean, like, okay, for Scheuneman, like, I think it would be sick. Like,
sick or crazy?
Supreme, both. But like Supreme has done this before, but collaborating with like a graffiti artist would be so cool, like a Columbus graffiti artist.
Any artist.
Or like, I'm trying to think of one, like, if you did and I'm not saying we have to, like, we'd actually do
Banksy.
it, but like, imagine like fucking Scheuneman collaborates with Home Depot to make like a special kind of
Designer ball peen hammer.
yeah, like I'm just trying to think of the craziest.
It has the Scheuneman logo on the head.
It's got the cat exactly on the both sides.
I've always wanted to do some crazy shit like that. Like, just make crazy products. Like how, like, in our website, it would be listed as like items, like, because Supreme will like make a fucking
Scheuneman
brick
collabs
or
with
a
Lions
crowbar.
Den.
U.S. shipping only.
Scheuneman pocket pussy's on the way. No, but I think
It wouldn't be that hard to do.
no, it wouldn't. The manufacturing is probably pretty
Lingerie.
cheap on
Scheuneman
those.
lingerie.
I want to. Well, we know we want to make cologne one day.
Cologne would be.
That'd be hard.
We know we're gonna make shoes one day. Zapatos.
Zapatos.
And but like, what I want to make like a fucking knife, like just
knife.
random items like that. Like, we can make a knife. We can make like, what if we made
You could go to like
oh dude, or you collab with that. I don't know the name of the brand, but there's this one like Japanese knife company, like kitchenware knives, like a chef's knife, and they make the craziest fucking knives, like in quality, but also they look insane, like the patterns on the blades and everything. To collab with them would be so sick. Speaking of collabs, did you see that fucking? I think it was like Oscar Myers shouted out like the BBL Drizzy shit.
Yeah.
They put BBL Glizzy,
BBL Glizzy.
and mustard on a hot dog.
Dude, the sports networks
I just had me
used
hot dog.
Not Like Us the night it came out. I forget. So it was a baseball thing. Somebody was playing in LA. It's the Dodgers, right? The baseball team. Okay, so I think it was like somebody was playing against them, and the Dodgers, I'm pretty sure, won, and they tweeted out like "Not like us." Or they not like us? Exactly.
I always get it mixed up. What was the first track that started it all? It's
No.
It's Future and Kendrick.
yeah, but what was it
It's
called?
called
Feel or
Like That.
Like that.
Like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
I don't know why Like That and Not Like Us get mixed up in my head, because sometimes I'm worrying that like Not Like Us was the first one and then Like That was the Kendrick track, but yeah, that should.
And then J. Cole was in it for a little bit. He got out.
Schoolboy Q told J. Cole to get out of that shit, and that was some of the smartest advice.
I didn't realize that
was giving
that
him,
came
man.
from Schoolboy Q.
Insider info, yeah, Q's the one that got fucking Cole to back out of that.
Dude, this beef was filled with insider info. Like,
Oh yeah,
like for starters, like I think that all of them heard the tracks way before they dropped.
Well, you saw a video like a year and a half ago of Travis Scott on stage with Future, and he turns around and he's like, Metro, play that fucking dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. That's what I was referencing when you asked which song it was. And then fucking Metro just immediately knows and puts on the fucking song. No Kendrick, though.
Oh, so it was before it even came out.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
wow.
this has been in the works for a long time. Travis Scott, I don't know if he was hip to what it was going to be or if he just loved
Do you
the
think
beat.
Metro even knew that, like, when do you think this all started? Like, when, I didn't realize that Drake didn't fuck with Metro. Like, how long has that been a thing?
So Drake fucked Metro, bitch.
Drake fucks
Back
everybody.
in when did that happen? I think like a year or two ago. And shit's been kind of weird since then.
As
and
it
then
probably would be.
moving forward, it just hasn't gotten any better, and everyone's kind of had their piece to say about Drake. Now, of everyone that dissed Drake, Rick Ross is currently getting the shit end of the stick for sure. Officer Ricky.
Because he kind of just hopped into it, and like I feel like nobody really wanted him there.
I mean, I'd make a song with Ross.
ASAP Rocky's kind of getting it too, because that's started that whole like, bro, like shut up and just make clothes, like kind of thing, or like put that fit on. Like people, every time people mention how ASAP Rocky hopped into it, they're mentioning it in like a negative way, based on what I've heard so far. Like even the people who hop on that BBL Drizzy beat, like I've heard them even saying like, ASAP, shut up and put that thing on or whatever. Like people who are even on the team that ASAP was on are even saying like ASAP, shut up, which sucks because I love ASAP. But
I love ASAP. My issue, the thing with that, man, is like you got to be aware of your image, right? And like Rocky just is not like a gangster anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I just to weigh in on beefs and stuff is his right as a prolific artist.
To weigh in on a beef though,
not at all. But like at that stance, you know, I was taking that stance, not having put out a whole lot of work in the past couple years. Of course, people are going to be like, dog, fucking clearly you're working on your side hustle right now.
Yeah.
Why are you weighing in on current rap stuff when you're not a part of current rap stuff?
Yeah.
I love A$AP Rocky. I feel like that's how people are looking at it.
He started like
That aren't us, I should specify.
Dude, it really sucks when like artists will do this, and ASAP has done this a lot recently. Where like even Eminem has done this recently, where they'll be like promoting something, not like new music, but promoting like their side hustle or something else they're doing, and they make it look like it's like a trailer for an album, and then you watch 2.5 minutes of it and it's like, oh, fucking ASAP's promoting a tie or something. Like he recently released this video and everybody in the comment section was like, bro, I thought this was a new album and you really are like talking about your perfume, dude. Like it was so sad. And then
Well, he does a lot of modeling and stuff too on this.
He does.
well, I do kind of like that about ASAP is like that he has
Not just an artist.
he's got a really creative mindset. Like
he's an artist.
he is an artist. Like
Not just an artist in music. But
yeah. He's just an all around artist. And you could
creative.
even see that in his music videos like way back. Like he was always just trying to be creative in whatever way, but shit, dude, I'm so fucking excited for this new Eminem album. Do you see?
Oh, the Death of Slim Shady.
I get so hype about like the shit that he does marketing wise and just cool things marketing in general. Like when it's a cool thing, I don't know why, but that shit excites the hell out of me.
Yeah.
I want to do shit like that. Like Eminem recently put out an obituary for Slim Shady in the Detroit newspaper,
Wow.
which like ties into the new album and everything.
Yeah.
Good promo.
Yeah. But it's just, and then like,
I bet that gets people like hyped as fuck.
yeah, or like when fucking Kanye put a bunch of lookalikes in Times Square, or like when, like I'm trying to think of other examples. When fucking who was it? Was it Lil Durk or Polo G started putting random lyrics from one of his new singles that hadn't been out yet? He put random lyrics like on posters and shit, like around his like Chicago.
See, with Scheuneman, that's the cool thing because you could definitely, like, for an upcoming drop, you could do something in that sense, like, easily.
One thing I've always wanted to do from the beginning of, like, with the first collection, I always wanted to do this, was, like, get, like, a spotlight and put the logo out, like, on
Like
the
Batman?
skyline of Columbus.
Like
My
the
mom
Batman
said the
one?
same shit. But, like, yeah, kind of. Like,
No,
I just,
no,
like,
just
not only could you do, like,
better than Batman.
I picture it like okay, one day we're gonna drop a collection, and when we have the means to do it, we're gonna drop a collection, and we're gonna like a month before it releases, we're gonna start a live stream, and it's just gonna be like where that spotlight hits.
Yeah.
And so, like, you can watch it however long you want. You can watch, like, what happens during the day. But every night, the spotlight just fucking hits the building or whatever that it's on. And it's got, like, a countdown timer at the bottom of it. And, like, to promote the collection, one thing we just keep doing is just fucking pumping out the link to that live stream with a countdown going. And I just think that would be, like, so sick. You put it in Columbus and, like, one of the spots we would fuck around at, like, as kids and shit. And, like... So that also not only are you getting people clicking on that link and watching that live stream, but also like it creates like speculation, curiosity, and also people just passing by are like, "What the fuck is that
what
spotlight?"
is that? And then they find out the backstory of it, and they're like, "Oh."
I tried to do the cheap, bummy version of that with the first collection. I went around Columbus. Like, literally did this. I went around to Columbus and different spots in the short north and shit. I would just slap a sticker on. And, like the McDonald's on and off High Street and campus area that's, like...
Only 24 hours.
Yeah, that's fucking... It's a crazy McDonald's. Like, I bet violence is just occurring there every night. But I slapped a fucking Scheuneman sticker on the tables there. I fucking slapped Scheuneman stickers just all around High Street. And then... Bro, what's crazy though is like I went back like a couple weeks later and they were all like fucking peeled off.
Really?
Because but it was other stickers too that had been put. Like there's people that work for the city that'll just come by and peel stickers off. But
it's illegal to deface public or private property.
Yeah, but I want to fucking do that spotlight thing so bad.
That's legal. Yeah, that sounds like
you'd have to pay for it, but
oh fuck yeah, you do. Yeah, and you also would have to figure out which building would be cool with you putting it on it. We'd have to probably operate with that outside of their normal business hours. Or if we just put it in the sky, we'd have to work with aviation control to make sure we're not fucking with planes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In Ohio.
It'd probably be easier to
We
work
need
with
a
a
car
building. A what?
Just driving around downtown. A car wrapped.
Well, we talked about this, like, when we talk about, like, being, like, once we get, like, financially set, like, we're going to get the cars we've always wanted or like cars that we really like, and then as a write-off, like we'll write them off by wrapping them as like marketing like expenses, and we just wrap it in like the logo and shit, but we'll do it in a cool way so that you can get yourself a fucking Nissan GTR and then just wrap it in Scheuneman logos and the shit, and like
Scheuneman Tesla.
And you get your Aston Martin, you know.
I wouldn't do it to the Aston. I would probably get a G-Wagon because that's already a write-off.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, I remember when I first found that out, I was like mind blown. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's why every rich guy has a G-Wagon?
Yeah.
But
You get multiple cars in that sense.
Totally.
With Scheuneman.
what's your dream car?
Man, I'd be cool with like one Tesla Model 3 at this point, but I've always wanted an old fucking Mustang Firebird, bro, with the old graphic on the hood.
That's what I'm talking about. When I say dream car, it's like that. I've always wanted this.
The iconic old school muscle cars from that era. I also love like the old Monte Carlo.
Yeah, Monte Carlo.
Yeah, that's
Monte
sexy.
Carlo, classic, clean. I had an old Celica with the frog headlights, bro.
Yeah.
That shit was so hard, bro. Like, just shit like that. But definitely, specifically the Firebird.
You remember we were almost going to trade trucks one time?
Yeah, I wish we
got a
would have.
manual.
I'd probably still have a car.
Oh, dude, I missed the Beamer.
That was a good car. The Beamer was sweet.
Some dickhead in a truck just fucking rear-ended me, and
You remember your dad's old
I
truck?
sued him.
The one that used to hotbox all the
Yeah, the one that when he gave it away, the people were driving it home, and not only did the fucking hood unlatch and smash up on the windshield, but when that happened, bees started coming into the inside of the car because there was a nest made.
Disaster.
This thing was just sitting there. Like, it would sit there all year, and he would only take it out to like haul trash and wood to like junkyards and shit.
That's so ass.
I remember one time we went in there to hotbox it, and we opened up the door, and like in the space between, like in between the door opening, there was just a fucking bee's nest. I was like, oh fuck that,
Get the fuck out of there. You remember when we smoked in the garage and we got caught?
dude. That was so. That's like a Daisy moment,
Dude,
bro.
that
We
was
were
so
so
funny.
ambushed. There was one time me and him like left school early or something, and we brought over like 8 people, and like There were like girls we wanted to talk to. There were friends. We were just, but like it was just we were deep and we were smoking in this garage, and like this was back when I was like a kid, and my parents were on my ass about what I was doing, and so my mom had like tracked me down and pulled up to here, and she was like, we saw her pull in and like start looking for us, and like she walked down the driveway towards the garage, and there's no exit. Like we can't
stuck,
leave
bro.
without opening
We're
up
done.
a smoke
you.
pit.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, fuck. Like we're so screwed out. And those moments, you start being like, oh, can I wedge out this crack? Can I jump out this
Like,
window?
eat the
Like,
weed and hide.
dude, I remember it was just like the time where we would skip school and we were in the room over there just smoking and chilling with our girlfriends. And then we see cops start just like pulling up.
We are in the
parking.
basement, I thought.
No, we ran to the
Oh,
basement.
yeah, we went. But
Because
at the time,
They had pulled up in the front, and we're in this room, and we're like, fuck, they're going to come in. And, like, we're trying to figure out what to do. And I'm like, if we go out the back door, they're going to see us from the front. One of them or both of them?
Both.
Yeah, they were stupid. So we, like, tried to sneak out. And I remember, like, we ran down into the basement, and we were, like, just waiting there. We hear them, like, open the door and come in. And we've got weed on us. And I was like, fuck, dude. And the crazy irony of it all, and I don't want to throw Bob under the bus, speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil, yeah.
But, like, cops, like they came in, they're like, just come up. We ended up having to, like, talk to them and everything. It was a bunch of shit. And then, like, I had thrown this thing of weed down into this, like, drain. And the irony of it all is that later, Bob fucking helps me fish it out.
Hell yeah.
I was like, dude, bro, I paid money for that. Like, come on, like,
yeah, bro. Let me
and
get
it's
that.
down in that drain, and we crafted this like fish hook thing to like try and fish it out.
Nice.
But then it actually never even got it out because it fell into this crevice. So to this day, there's like an eighth of weed like under the foundation of this house. And
A moldy eighth.
bro,
It's not good anymore.
it's in a pill bottle, bro. You can still smoke it.
Oh, shit.
Hell no, fuck that. Oh shit. I'm trying to think. Okay, we're about to end here in a second, but I'm trying to think what to end on. There's like, I keep getting new questions I want to ask.
Did you own a flying car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would? You
but
would?
I think it's like one thing I heard recently, like this past year, like that there's one that's like about to be released.
Yeah, they're doing.
But I
work
can't
and
I can't comprehend how they're gonna allow that because like I know
air traffic
it's
and
so
everything.
Multi-level highways.
yeah, but like
What do you mean though? Multi-level highway,
like you'd have
explain that.
Physical and metaphysical highways at that point if we have air travel like running in direct adjacency to land travel.
You would have infrastructure up there pretty much. Like it doesn't have to all be physical, but there would be rules up there.
Absolutely.
Well, it would be like
Okay, so in that sense, someone on the ground like a radar like type like style. So how would you know the rules though? Because that stuff
you go
comes in
to like get your air license or whatever, and then also you're probably gonna have to in some way either stay at a certain level or communicate with the ground or above you.
Exactly.
And there's probably going to be places you can't fly through. Like,
The one question I've always like even talking about this is like, what do you do?
when it breaks down.
Yeah, or if it runs out of like anything.
That's
Balls.
that's the thing. They would have to instill like to where it's like you have to really fuck up in so many different ways and levels for it to start falling. Like, I would imagine like you run out of gas or something breaks down, but then even after that, there's like a safety mechanism to like that keeps it at like a slow descent or a hover or something.
Yeah.
But that's why I think it'll never happen because it's like, how are you going to avoid that?
Well, the reason why I even asked about, what he brought up is like in that sense of like, planes are usually one way to one way. Like they're going to a direction, right? To a
And their
set
paths
place.
are known.
Yeah, and so they already have that set like on a radar and all that like that. But a car like this is gonna be flying wherever at a certain time, so they're gonna have to keep.
But that's what he's saying is they're probably going to be like roadways that are either like mapped out in your GPS or like.
But that would be, I guess you have to follow the GPS.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to let you just free roam up there in the clouds.
I'd imagine it's going to be an automated car with preset metaphysical automated pathways for the
Tesla.
car to travel.
Yeah,
But only
that would make sense.
you're not going to be able to physically drive this thing, I would imagine, for safety reasons, because it's just way too much of a fucking risk.
Yeah, and then if you do it that way, I guess what you could do is you could make it so that the car knows if it's going to break down and it'll just land you at the nearest spot.
Yeah, fully automate the entire process. That's going to be our safest route of doing it.
That's true.
Make it safe as fuck.
Then you got to worry about people hacking into that shit.
Well, yeah, but that's everything at this point. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I do
you're
have.
about to fly over a military base.
They would shoot you down so.
Bro,
fucking
that's what I was
fast.
saying. Like shit like that. It's like
They would. That's what he said. Like there would. You wouldn't even be able to control it to do that. And then even so, like.
no, but it's like malfunction.
Like you're in a CVS, and the car is just going to hover above the other cars on the pathway that's already set by,
No,
laws
now
to
and
get over there.
you brought that up.
People at Area
Do you
51.
think it
Is
would
that
be?
a fucking Mercedes?
Do you think it's gonna be a long process to get up to the set level and to go and then go back down?
No,
or
because
be
I've
like-
seen them fly. That's the crazy thing. There's one that works. There's like
You've
a
watched the
working.
video? Like,
Yeah, it's
okay.
crazy.
What is the fuel consumption like on those things? That's
I don't know.
That's really my only thing is like from from an economical standpoint, if we were to have flying cars, I mean, jet engines and everything that I think we would need to do that sustainably would consume a lot of fuel.
Probably run on Bang energy drinks.
Probably could. They're going under. You hear about that?
Yeah,
Bang?
but I'm trying to yeah, I know. I have a connection to the guy, and I really want to interview him.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, that would
Yeah,
be super
bro.
cool. Yeah, I would love to hear you be able to get some more insight on that whole thing. I saw a commentary guy be like, "Yeah, they're going under," but I don't know too much else. So.
Yeah, he's had some issues, and I don't even know if the guy that I know is the one running it as of now. But I think he's still dealing with some of that.
There you
shit.
go.
Very charismatic guy.
Back to what we were talking about earlier, but like Scheuneman doing like an energy drink or Scheuneman.
That would be sick. I just and it's not something we would just always be making.
A popsicle.
It would be the same way Supreme does it. Is like each new drop comes with like some random little item or collaboration.
Yeah.
Oh, throw back to when your fucking ex.
Oh my gosh! Don't even.
Hold up, dude. We pull up to me and him used to go to Condados as just like we would. It was like our little friend date night.
Yeah, bro.
And no Diddy, and we would like go there. And so one day we planned this one, and we are gonna go do it. And then like Marquise was like, "You mind if I bring this girl I'm talking to?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead. That'll be fun."
He ends up bringing her
Actually,
sister.
Yeah, she brings her sister, and which it typically wouldn't be an issue. I actually enjoy third wheeling. I don't know why, but I think it's fun. And so it wouldn't be an issue. But when we pull up to Condados, and you know Condados, right? First, they're like, "Oh my God, you should have told me. Like, I'm so underdressed. Like, this place is fancy." And I'm like,
Dados?
"Marquise, you know how to pick them." And then so then they're like, "Oh my, no, this does not need cut out, bro. I'll spill some shit to make it fair. I'll spill some real uncomfortable shit to make it fair." And so they're like, "Yeah, this is too fancy. I'm underdressed." They're wearing like dude, you could come in here wearing like boxers and a tank top with a fucking needle in your arm. Like it's Condados. And
Yeah.
with like fucking, like a bullet wrap of like fucking Narcan shots. Like they don't give a fuck what you wear. And so
Smoking a cigarette.
we go in there
While you're walking.
and they had said that. I was like, that's strange. And so then they're like, I'm kind of picky. I don't know what to get. And I was like, all right, it'll be fun. We'll like all order like a bunch of tacos. Like, I'll just order like a variety of them, and then we'll pick at them and like share them. That'll be fun. And so we do that. The food comes, and they're like, "This is fucking gross.
Yeah, they started
This
hating
sucks." They start picking shit off of it, which like I don't care, but like they're complaining like
Some
loudly.
of the tacos they have like the purpled caramel or purpled
Cabbage?
onions, yeah, cabbage, whatever
Yeah.
thing. Not like no, I think they're like cooked. They're like onions cooked with like some pink purple. What is that?
You're
It's like
talking
cabbage
about,
onions or cabbage or
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about fucking
what's that?
pickled onions.
Pickled, yeah,
Yeah.
pickled.
That's what it is, yeah.
Which
are
and so the
delicious.
But yeah,
and they're like picking shit up, and then this girl starts going like I could make such I'm a chef, I could make such better food like at my place. And I'm like, "Oh, you're a chef? Where do you work?" She's like, "At a bar." And I was like, "So you work a fryer?" And then she's like complaining, picking shit off. Her sister starts making fun of me, and then the girls like agreeing, and I'm like, bro, we just met. Like, what the fuck?
Why'd you summon these demons to attack our boy?
And I'm
was
talking
a
about
whole
like
thing, bro. It was a whole
something got brought up like my first job and like being McDonald's, and I was 15, and
I
they're
think
like,
at the time she had a crush on Julian or something.
what, the sister?
Playing hardball.
Probably, but
Hey, nerd.
you're so goofy.
Wanna fuck, dude?
And then
We'd fuck if you weren't so stupid.
they start like making fun of the other people sitting by
Okay,
us.
hold on.
and
Not.
shit.
Huh? No, keep.
They just started acting out of pocket as fuck. I don't know what got us on this conversation, and we were talking about something completely different before this. But yeah, she sucked.
My thing with food, bro, is like,
That's just her personality.
Sucking? Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
She sucks.
My thing with food, man, is like if you go out and you order some shit and it doesn't have stuff you like on it, maybe just don't get that thing. Or
Oh, he
fucking-
ordered a variety.
Well, he got the Borga shit, right? So maybe just like give it a bite, just try it. It's made how it's made for a reason.
They were
Like,
bougie, man.
all of these
Bougie, but they think
Okay,
Condados
they
is
thought-
bougie.
insider info on Condados, journalist Matt Damon. The bulk of their shit is fucking microwaved.
Yeah, it's
So
not fancy.
The fancy comment really throws me.
Yeah.
Throws me for a loop.
I think the artwork threw it off for them and stuff.
Bro, I was just about to use that as an argument about why it's also not fancy. I was like, bro, there's
Well, it's
fucking
different. Not
spaghetti
that
and
it's
meatballs
fancy,
like flying
But
around
it's
on the walls.
different.
It's not like there's
The walls are
candlelight and like fucking like, you know, a
They're
guy wearing like
it's not Buca de Beppo.
yeah, and that's not even fancy, bro.
Bro, throw back to when we
Buca de
threw.
Beppo is a
Bro,
scam.
we ran Buka, bro.
Oh my God, we did. We worked there together for
yeah,
like a year.
dude, I remember
That's
that.
when me and Matt like really reconnected and shit, bro. From after school.
we used to trade Big Macs for like tins of lasagna, bro.
Oh my God. Bro.
Oh, what I wanted to get into though before the camera cut out, I really want to set up a thing where we take a little tour thing and we bring cameras, you know, mics, everything with us, and we take a train trip. There are train yards and stuff here, or places here we can take a long train trip and do a recording and
You want to do
like somehow
a
like,
train again, Marquise?
okay, bro.
Whoa.
Are you really catching on that fast? You were supposed to give me a minute. I wouldn't.
We're gonna have to get on a different platform for that one.
Also like a vlog style.
Like on just like I don't know, take a trip to somewhere on
We
a
fucking
train.
Sounds
cool.
like you want to do a podcast in like a
'Cause
unique
you can sit on
environment.
that, bro. Yeah, like
That would be cool. We are gonna be.
we've done it at like the mall. We've done it at like.
Well, that's the thing. I was gonna also fill you in on, and that would be cool. Or do it on a plane. We should do it on a plane to some crazy shit. But one thing that we're in the works with, and I guess we could half announce this. It's not confirmed yet, but we're working on doing another pop up.
Going back to Polaris.
So we're gonna go back to Blair's and fucking kill it this time.
Of course.
Even
Do it
harder.
every time. No,
Yeah.
bro, come on.
But here's the thing.
Here.
You remember how in the first go round I had this idea that everybody shot down except like you about doing the podcast like there, like each. You know how we were there for like a month.
Oh yeah.
I was like,
one.
each episode we need to record should be recorded here.
Of
like,
course.
It's gonna bring attention, and we only got to do it once, but that one
it
time we
popped,
did it.
bro.
It popped off. People were freaking out and
Everybody
looking and
loved
shit,
it.
and that was a fun one to do.
You had
So
a little kid rap on there, bro.
I saw it.
yeah, and that was when we were beginning too.
So
So
for $20 off.
now I think we really could, like the three of us could really fucking like do what we wanted to do with like like having random people come by.
For sure.
We would be much better at like overseeing that now.
Yeah.
Because yeah, there were like a couple girls stopped by. Most of it got edited out, but
Yeah, there's a
the
lot.
stuff that happened was cool. We just weren't super comfortable doing it. So, but yeah, so
And we could also make it like a talk show style, like fucking
type
like,
shit.
Yeah.
And it's also a cool place to do it. But
Yeah.
I don't know how much room we'd have within the booth, but it'd be fucking cool.
Oh, we have a lot of room in the booth, man. With me, what you mean? What do you need?
I'm just saying, we could do like a little red carpet on the floor, like a little circle red carpet on the floor with two chairs. And really like when people would sit down and we'd interview them or whatever, we'd have a designated spot for like, but people would see, okay, us sitting down. I feel like that would just look a bit more official if we have the space.
And it brings people's attention. And then once the people come in to like talk on the show for a second, they're forced to kind of look at the clothes around them and everything.
Exactly.
Or you can even
get their
start it
opinions
off with the clothes, like bring them here, have them feel the clothing and everything, get their feedback, and then jump into a whole different subject. And
Yeah, so we're hopefully going to be doing that soon. That's to let you know and also the viewers. So expect to be hearing stuff about Polaris in the near future. We're communicating with them at this moment. And based on space, I think we probably could do that because there's a whole thing of like, for the time that we're recording episodes, we could pretty much have like customers on the outside perimeter of it. Mm-hmm. And then there's like this inside space that's, I think actually like, I think you can do it either way. And I think some people never even let people on the inside space anyway. So what we could do is like when we record an episode, we can bring people into the inside and have a couple chairs, and we would only be taking up probably like a half of the space. Mm-hmm. So we could probably have the room to do that. So yeah, I think that would be cool. We could just sit them down and like chill if anybody wants to come on and shit. But yeah, I think that would be a cool podcast to record.
I'd be sick. Be sick as fuck.
Hell yeah. But two last things. First, do Wednesdays? Is this usually going to work for you schedule wise? Yeah. And then, secondly, I do for whatever reason want to get the answer to this question because we want to make a cologne one day. Yeah. Colin and I both have a scent in mind. I think we've got Marquise's scent as well, but I don't know if you know how like making a cologne kind of works, but it's pretty much just like getting different scent profiles, like for example, like citrus, coffee, caramel, like flower, like what's the bougie word for flowers, like floral or whatever. So there's like different scent profiles that you can mix together to make your own unique scent.
Lavender.
So could you off the top of your head think of like, and you can do however many. It's just a matter of like how it mixes together. But going off the top of your head without being able to smell it, what kind of scent do you think would be your signature scent?
So I won't say what I rock at the moment, but I do really like shit with teak wood in it. So a lavender teak wood, I think would be very easily marketable, and people would really like that, and I would rock that myself. A citrus coffee, if blended right, I feel like could smell really good as long as it's not like sweet.
Yeah.
I'm kind of stuck right now in between like a citrus and spice.
Yeah, it's valid. That's valid as fuck.
For background, Colin wants to do, I think he said he wants to do a leather and coffee. Like a nice leather with coffee, and I think there might have been one other scent, or maybe like tobacco, like a nice tobacco.
Yeah, I like the smell.
To kind of get like a man smell.
Yeah.
Tobacco teak wood would be crazy.
Yeah.
Teak wood, yeah. There's this wood one too. I don't know what kind of. It's like something wood.
Teak wood.
Not
no, I'm just
teak
kidding.
wood.
I'm kidding.
There's something else that's
mahogany.
really good.
But yeah, dude, I think if I got like to sit down with like.
But in the name it says something wood. I know it's not teak wood though. There's something else. It's like cedar wood, I think.
Cedar. Yeah, cedar's a big one. I've seen cedar at like fucking Bath and Body Works and shit.
But there's like professional people who like they have like all of the examples of these scent profiles, and there's so many of them, and they do it like a science. And I just think sitting down with someone like that, you could cook some shit up.
Dude, not to cut off, but I want to get that tattoo. I was looking at that actually. What your cover is? That's what I want to get that.
Oh, on God! That would be sick. That's the cover for How to Feel. Fucking my next project coming out.
That's wicked. Yeah, I was looking at. I have a couple like ideas for my next thing.
My backgrounds on my phone are usually whatever I'm working on at the moment. Oh, also announcement tonight at midnight. Today's the 15th, so tonight at midnight the 16th, my song with Snoop Dogg, Dead Homie, Badass comes out. Legendary rapper. Song is fantastic. Very happy and thankful to be involved in that whole process. I love the track. I hope y'all do too. Please let me know what y'all think.
Hell yeah. So drop it in the comment section. Thoughts on the track. This will be out on Monday, FYI.
Please do.
Real question though for you, Matt.
Yeah.
Since You're officially fully part of the Scheuneman team.
We're here.
Brand
Does that mean we can
ambassador
use some of your-
/ try-host. to
Some
be
of your
specific.
music
Of
for like
course.
intro use or beats. You could go like make us some beats and
Yeah,
like.
I'll literally make y'all a beat pack for shit just to use for this.
Well, I think would be cool if like we need to get in the booth and try and cook up like a theme song.
Yeah, that's
like
what
an
I'm saying.
intro
We should
music,
all
like,
get in
whether
the
that be
booth
just
and
instrumental or like rap incorporated. Either way, but like I think that we should try and do some shit like that, using the different tools that we have at our disposal.
We all need to get together and get in the booth and do that or something.
That'd be dope as fuck.
But I fucking hate that fly. All right.
know, it's fucking
Well,
bothering me too.
this has probably been a long ass episode, and
wanna know?
I hope, yeah. Tell me how long we're at.
Keep talking though. I'll let you know.
I hope you not only enjoyed being on the show.
I do every time.
I can't wait for the future episodes that we'll do together. We need to think of who we're gonna have on next, and these commenters need to let us know who they want to hear from. Because that'll be interesting when we all attack a guest in the nicest way.
Well, of course. Yeah.
And I hope that the viewers are excited for this new edition and for the change. I think it'll be a fun one. Thank you for listening. And at the end, Matt, I know you probably know this, but you've been here quite a few times. This is when we kind of do what you just did. Which, by the way, why Thursday?
That's just kind of when it lined up to me. Just when it
Okay.
made sense. Yeah.
Do you know why? Like, why is it always Friday? Is that like a known like thing?
A lot of people have the weekends off, and so just statistically speaking, it's it's a better time frame for people to absorb media.
Okay, I figured it was something like that, but I was always thinking like it was kind of like an industry necessity. Like you weren't even almost like, of course you're allowed to post it whenever, but like, especially when you're like signed to a record label, I figure like, are you even allowed to put like? It seems like people do it more these days. Like Kodak just dropped a song like yesterday or a couple days ago, so it's getting looser. But I used to think you were only really allowed to drop on Fridays for
the
whatever.
first of the month.
Kodak owns Sniper Gang, which is his own label imprint. So
Yeah.
he kind of has carte blanche, I'm pretty sure, drop wise. In my end, I'm independent, completely unsigned, with no official management, so like I can kind of drop whenever. But Friday it normally is like when you're on a label, because the label kind of controls when your stuff comes out, what your image is, your whole everything. It seems to be we've all just agreed on Friday.
Okay. So
Clubs too.
sorry to
It's the weekend.
go. I don't even know what day.
But then I'm thinking like Saturday.
Cool. I've dropped on Saturdays before, but fucking that cuts down.
One day. And
Exactly.
Because the idea is like these people have the weekend to just sit and listen to your
I
shit.
know, but what if you do like Saturday morning,
Also,
not like
club
Saturday night?
songs like you want to get into the club that weekend.
But Friday, you're missing out on Friday night at that point.
I know.
It's like a
Friday night
hit.
would be good.
Like Hendrick dropped Not Like Us, and that was in clubs in NYC. Like not even an hour or two later, I'm seeing clips of people dancing.
When do you do like radios and like club people like that? Like, do you think they get the song early?
Yeah, 1000%. They do.
Okay, that's what I figured. Because like that's the thing. We're going into we could talk forever. So I'm gonna try and avoid that. But it is weird. Like people like shit that people get so hype about, like fans wise, like music, games, movies. Like there are like groups of people who get that shit early, and I used to think it was crazy even that like people. When I used to be a huge gamer, I used to think it was insane that GameStop employees are like looking at like when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, they're gonna have that game in their stock, like I don't know, like a week before it comes out.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was insane. Like, how do you keep those motherfuckers from like
Taking
not?
a copy.
Yeah,
They probably don't. It's GameStop. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
that's
going under at the moment. So if they're still alive as a company when GTA 6 comes out, people are gonna probably walk out with some. Free
I think they need to start getting into game rental. Fuck, like I know they want to turn GameStop into like a hangout spot where you can play games and buy them, and like almost like
They
a
should
fucking-
though. They should have done that.
That's a cool thing, but they also need to do game rental. Cause then maybe I'm stupid, but that feels like something that's like there's not enough of that right now. It's been a long one. Sorry guys, we're just excited. It was fun for us. I hope it was fun for you guys. Scheunemanbrand.com to check out the brand new collection, the Stone collection. You can read all about that on our website in the About page. The 2024 lookbook gives you a deeper dive into the whole collection, designs, and why we made it, and what pushed us to do so, why it means so much to us. So go check out the lookbook, check out the website, and hopefully when you're reading through the lookbook, it'll push you to finally buy something from the collection, because honestly, you won't regret it. It's high quality goods, and I mean, I wear this shit all the time just
dream
because I
about
love
it.
it. And honestly, like, not even lying, I wear all kinds of other brands as well, admittedly, but like I get the most comments wearing our stuff.
No, he's not. I do
These
too,
people
honestly.
don't know that it's mine. So take that info with you when you go and buy something from the website. Super fucking comfortable, luxurious, detailed,
It
all that.
shines, bro.
And
It shines.
so, and then follow us on Scheuneman on Instagram. That's Scheuneman brand. TikTok. That's Scheuneman. YouTube. You're here. Subscribe. Notification bell. Like. Thanks for watching. More things to come. We've got some updates. The players.
iHeartRadio?
coming soon. iHeartRadio should be already. That interview should be out. It probably has been released by the time you're hearing this, guys. So this will come out on Monday. Currently, it's Wednesday. I'm trying to get news about where that is and when it's coming out. Where, maybe we'll put a link to it in the description. That's all for me. Matt, do you have anything else you want to let them know about that you've got coming?
Just stay tuned, man. Crazy nonsense coming all the time. We're at a really good point right now. Got a lot of momentum going, and so we're just gonna keep moving that forward.
Hell yeah.
This is exciting.
I've
bro.
heard
Exciting.
some hooks, some features, some verses, and it's sounding fucking crazy. Matt's been cooking up some crazy heat, and it's not stopping. So make sure you go check out his music. We'll put a link to his Spotify page in the description from now on. And I hope you guys are excited to really get to know Matt Demon as time goes on. The brand new tri-host and brand ambassador. Marquise, do you have anything personally or brand-wise that you would like to say?
You can always check me out, Mofo MQ, on Instagram, if you want to see what my personal life's like and shit. We got some Scheuneman stuff on there. I have a TikTok, actually, which we need to build up and put a hella fucking Scheuneman on there, because we got quite of a following on there already. And I think it's under Keys, but it's like KKIEZZ, right? Mm-hmm. I think, yeah. I gotta check that out. We'll put it in the description too and stuff like that. I'll send it to Jew. But we gotta get a whole bunch of clips out. I saw Jew. He posted a shorts today, and I saw how many.
First shorts out now on
it's
YouTube.
really-
We're
you gotta
gonna
check
keep
that
doing
out.
that.
Scheuneman brand, on YouTube.
I'm hungry. Shit. By the way, last thing, and I swear to God, put a picture up of what we're all wearing right now. You guys got to see it before the camera unfortunately died, but
Hold on. When this ends, can we take a picture and we'll just fucking?
yeah, we need to start doing that. Yeah, we'll put a picture up of maybe even the picture we're about to take, and then the garments that we're wearing. All that shit on screen right now. Go check it out.
Check it out. Feel it for yourself. Cop something and feel it for yourself.
Buy stuff.
Love you.
Love you, motherfucker.